So this is a part 8 of banking project. It is a VB.NET project, and in this video let us understand how to create the account list, what is a grid view control, how to use this, how to display the data in a grid view control. So all this we'll discuss in this video. So this is a banking administration VB.NET project. So if you're watching this first time, please watch from the first. So please check in the description, all the links are available. So now you can see that there are account entry already done. What are the entries are done? We want to see who are all the account holders. That list you want to generate. To generate this, we're going to use the data grid view control. So data grid view control in a VB, and in this data grid view control, we can display the data. So all this we'll learn in this video. So what is data grid view? This is the control in Visual Basic.NET which provides with an interactive user interface to show information graphically. That means rows and columns. So here it looks actually, it will have rows and columns, therefore lines, everything will automatically generated. So we don't need to do anything, just link a table with the grid view, then graphically it will display the data. So to download the projects, please go to iblix.com/download. And if you're not yet subscribed, please subscribe here. And if you like the video, click like button, or you want to say something to us, please write in the comment box. So here we have in a Visual Studio. So you can see that still now we created all these things. Now we want to create the account list. So we have a table, account table. So all the account holder list we want to create. For that we require a form. So for that you go to project, add form. Then you can say account list form. Okay. So it's create account list form. Just copy this. Again you can go back to background color here. This is the back color. So just change the background color. Okay, let me some green color, and then go to font. Double click here. So we'll take to this additional window. So there you choose 12 is done. Now you have to go to MDI parent. Here is the account list. When I click this, we want to show that Windows state is equal to 2. Then MDI parent is equal to me. Then you want to show that form, so dot show. So done. So here is account form, so we can close other tabs also. Right, so everything is closed. So here you can see that we require a data grid view. So under data category, so we have a data grid view. Under data category, you have a data grid view. Otherwise, you have to go and search for the data grid view. Then you'll get this one. So then click and drag on the form. So you can see that it's dragged. Done. Now what we can do is we can take a button here. So keep one button on top. So to display the records. So this is a button 1, display, and one more button to close this form. So here you can say close. So this is me.close. Right. So then if I go to display, so here we need to write the code. Okay. So again we required SQL connection string. Okay. So this is not required. So therefore I can delete this line. So we required one more data set. So therefore dim ds as new data set. That is a data set. Now here we can execute this adp dot fill. So this is ds1. So let's say ds1. So now adp dot fill. So once you execute this one, so that adp will have the values. What are the values there in the adp that we want to transfer to ds1? Now from that, this is the data grid view 1. Data grid view is a control name. dot data source that is equal to ds1 dot tables of 0. Then you can close the connection. So how this works? So here is a SQL data adapter. So instead of command, we are using the adapter here, because from the adapter we want to transfer to the data set. So from the data set again we can transfer to data grid view. Because of that we are using the SQL data adapter. DS1 is a data set. Now adp.fill means you transfer this data to the DS1. From the DS1 again you transfer back to the grid view. So because of that we are doing this process. Okay. So now this is the code to select. Okay. So now you need to complete the select statement. So here I can write select statement. Select star from account table. So you can also use order by account number. We can display them with the account number. So it should be come in the order by account number. So therefore you can write order by account number. Fine. So now everything is done. So we'll run the project. So we'll go to report, account list, click. So that what are the accounts we created, we can able to view it here. So this is how what are the data is already entered can be displayed on screen. Now same way we can do for the deposit and withdraw. So whatever deposition done, whatever the withdraw is done, we can do that. For that what I'll do is now we'll copy this and then we'll rename this file itself. Now this is the this is the account list form. So go to file menu, say save as. Now you can say deposit list form. So this is a deposit list form. Save. Then select this form. And here is the text. Change the text. And also change the name also. Don't forget to change the name. Name changing is also important. Save. Now that name is changed to deposit list. Now we can recover that original one. For that add existing item. So this is the account list. Click add. Even that is also add to the project. Now this is the display form. Now for deposit form. For deposit, so you have to take this from the transaction table, and here we don't want withdraw amount, so you want only the transaction number, transaction date, account number, and then deposit. So this is order by transaction number. Fine. So then if you go back to here, deposit list, you can see that when you change the name, even that is changed. Therefore you can copy this and then you can paste it here, and here you can replace with this Control H. So this is a deposit form that you want to replace with account list form, and we're supposed to make selections here. Once you say replace, everything will be replaced. So it's replaced, done. So therefore from the deposit we just change to account list form. So again here what we can do is we can remark this, edit. So to remark this, you select the 3 lines. So go to edit, advanced, and comment selection. So let it be commented. Okay. So now that is done. Save this. Now you select the deposit form again. Now we change to withdraw form. So save all, file, and this is a deposit form. Now So withdraw list form. Select the name. So .vb, don't select it. Save this. Then so here you can see that text change to withdraw list form, and here also you can change to withdraw list form. So that is done. So now go to MDI parent, withdraw list. So here you can say withdraw list dot window state is equal to 2. Fine. So even I'll remark this also. So because I want to rename this one. So edit, advanced, comment selection, done. We go to withdraw form. So we can't call as a transaction list. So file, save as, transaction list form, save. Then here is withdraw form, so change to transaction form. So here you can change to transaction list. So now it becomes a transaction list. To add the previous file, go to add existing item. So here we have withdraw list. All the 3 files you need to select and then you have to add. Then deposit list, project, add existing item, deposit list form, deposit list. 3 files you need to select, you have to click add. Fine, now this is a transaction list. If you click here, now you can see that deposit, comma withdraw you have to take. Right, so if you go to withdraw, so here you need to select only withdraw. So you don't need deposit, you can only take withdraw. Done. Now go to MDI parent. So transaction list. Okay, dot show. So now we can remove the remark, edit, advanced, uncomment selection. So then again you can also use the shortcut key that is Control E U. Okay, so now you can see that it's all done. Save all. Now run the project. So reports, deposit list, you can see that all the deposit will come here. 103. Now even withdraw will come as 0. You see that how to stop this. Then deposit, okay. Then withdraw list. So you see that this is showing 0, okay, that we don't want. Then we go to transaction list. So you can see that transaction both is showing here. Fine. So then how to stop this in deposit and withdraw? So we need to make a condition here. So you have to put one condition where withdraw is greater than 0. Same way for deposit, to go there, and then here you have to make where deposit is greater than 0. Deposit. Now if I run this, so with deposit list, only deposit list will come, no withdraw will come. Then if you go to withdraw list, you have only withdraw list, and in the transaction list we'll have both the transactions. So probably you need to learn more, like for particular account number we want to show all the transactions and the balance, that we need to understand how to write the program. Probably in the next videos we'll show you that one. So keep practice up to this and then keep trying. Thank you.